Alright. Alright guys, thanks for joining in. As I was saying when you guys couldn't hear me, I am back. I am back from my week-long trip. So hopefully things will be a lot clearer looking as it usually is. If you guys remember, my Sunday stream was pretty much just in my hotel room with my spare camera. So here we go. Let's see, I see quite a few people on. Janky Render, Duncan Yo-Yo, Whitpack, SM Lair, Tosco, Jonah, Lucido, Milk Drinker. Thanks guys for joining in. And as you can see by the stream title, I am building another KBD67 Mark II, but this time it's my second soldered board. Check it out. There we go, right here. So what I'm using today, just to do everything, is my own KBD67. This one's the hot swap variant. It's running 205g0 Gateron blacks, and this is orange on black from JTK, kind of like my base board, I guess, just to compare all KBD67s that I build to. And as you can see, there is a box in front of me. I think this is new. I think this is new as of maybe like the third round or something, third or fourth round. Mine literally just came in a black box. Nothing fancy, nothing special like this, you know. This is really neat. KBD fans stepping up their game. Now if only they would step up their QC game. As much as I love how nice the box looks, I would really appreciate it if anodization was much better. Whitpack says, what color will it be? Let's find out. Steph T says, are you under the weather? I sure hope not. Let's see. Let's open it up. What is inside? There we go. It's the usual PCB. Soldered PCB made by IO3. Like so, I'm sure you guys have all seen this many times before. Soldered PCB. It's got a flex cut down the middle here. And if you guys remember, I kind of struggled with this build last time. Now I know to solder these switches in first. But we'll get there when we get there. Followed by a, what is in here? This, I think, is a plate. Yep, it is a plate. Followed by, finally, the board. Here it is, in all its glory. In all its glory, the black KBD67 Mark II. Oh, that's upside down. Here we go. See that? Nice and black. I like it. And he did send me GMK white on black as well, so this will be a completely black build. Right, before we get started, let's turn on some tunes here. Here we go. Alright, let's see. I see an S3LQ and a Vero Timmy. Thanks for joining in. Janky Render asking, any high-end boards you know of coming soon? How high-end? Since I'm talking about KBD fans right here, the gasket version of this will be coming out soon, known as the D65. And I believe at the end of this month, the 75% Bella will be coming out as well. Lucido says, is this a viewer's build? I don't know. I don't know if he's watching tonight. We'll see. I think he's been very unresponsive on Reddit, to be honest. So I'm like, alright buddy, I'm just gonna build your board. No reply for 3 weeks. There we go. Looks like we've got the feet right here. We have, hopefully, all the hardware that we need. Because unfortunately, KBD fans tends to mess that up, sending the right amount of screws and whatnot. Janky says, waiting on the Bower. Sat 75 and Iron 180. Oh boy. Iron 180 I'm not too interested in, but I think I might want to go for the Satisfaction 75 again. We'll see. So today's build will be built with Durox stabs along with 205g0 Lubed Tealios, like so. I lube these myself. They are lubed and thick filmed by Jinra. Jinra is one of the KBDFans moderators. So I'm very curious to see how this will sound and feel compared to my board right here. Guess we'll find out. But first, the first thing we need to do before every build is to check that the PCB works. Here we go. This is the PCB once again, made by IO3. So let's just verify things work before we move forward. Let's see, what should I use? I'll use VIA. Why don't I use VIA? Aaron Battery says, hello, how is it going? It is going well. We are at the start of the stream. Just gonna check the PCB right now, actually. Let's see. Hopefully this has VIA pre-installed. Let's see. Let's find out. No, that's detecting my board, so probably not. Let's try that again. Okay, VIA is not detecting it. It is not a VIA enabled board, but we can do other things. Let's just test that the PCB works here. Here we go. Here we go. Where is my tweezer? Here we go. Tosco said that spacebar is something else. That's the thing. Okay, so this orange on black set that I have right here, this is the set that I used most often at work, so it's gotten considerable shine. I think I've owned this since about 2017. So the spacebar on it got super shiny and it irks me. So I figured I'd use a EPBT spacebar right here. Couldn't find an orange one, to be honest. But here we go. Hopefully this works. Otherwise I'm gonna be sad. Oh, there we go. Escape key's working. That's a good sign. Okay. Come on, tab. No, occasionally, sometimes this is just bad programming. So if I flash it with VIA or something, it should work better. There we go. Triggered the tab. Here we go. Anxious Waffle says this was the first keyboard I ever built. Hopefully it was a good experience for you. Alright, okay. Looks like the board is working. We will, however, flash it with VIA really quick. So let me do that off screen. Here we go. Let's flash it with the latest QMK. That should be good. Okay, hopefully I got that correct. Let me just double check really quick. So for those of you who don't know, the firmware for the hot swap and for the soldered are different, so don't flash one in lieu of the other. Alright, let's flash this really quick. Let's press the reset button, which is right there. Dude. Enter. And it is flashing. Or not. Hold on, what did I screw up here? Okay, looks like I screwed up. There we go. That should do it now. Enter. There we go. It's compiling and will be flashing shortly. Anxious Waffle says, thanks, it was a good experience, but a bit stressful, of course, being a first build. Yeah. Dude, the first of everything is always difficult. I'm assuming you did the soldered variant, not the hot swap. Alright, we're good there. So first things first, we need to install lube and install stabilizers. Lucido says, I cheated and went hot swap. Nothing wrong with hot swapping, man. So you can see, I have a hot swap board myself. Alright, let's put away all this stuff. Let's get to lube and stabilizers. Did this come with case foam? Not that I can see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in, but that's fine. Case foam is so easy to like make yourself. Yeah, I use Magic Cover branded foam. Let's see, Milk Drinker says, what board to get in October, D65 or Alpine 65? I would say the Alpine 65 just because I feel that the D65 is really similar to the KBD67. So if you have that already, you may want to look elsewhere. Let's see, before I continue, I just want to double check what exactly the customer wanted on his layout. Pretty sure it was split backspace, but what else did he want? He wanted... You want it for layout? I would like a 2U backspace. Ah, okay. 2U backspace, like the HHKB with backspace and control switched. Oh, okay. So left control becomes cap, and right control would become. Okay, so he's not necessarily talking about the layout. He's talking about the key map. Okay, there we go. So that means I'm going to need one for backspace, one for enter. Let's see what else. One for enter, another set for the spacebar, and another set for left shift. Just be absolutely sure there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay. Devaz subscribed at tier 1. Thank you very much, man. If you guys don't know who Devaz is the proprietor of keyboardlube.com, located in Kirkland, Washington. You guys are interested in purchasing some lube or even some stabilizers, his is the store to go to. And I believe that should be, here we go, posting it in chat right now. And if you use discount code Merlin, you can get 5% off. Let's see. Hello, Niv says, I remember I accidentally threw away the phone once because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that is easy to do. Let's see, Vero Timmy says, I joined the Southpaw 75 and KBD67 after watching your build streams. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to encourage you to buy just to buy these new boards. Trust me, it actually really works. As some of you know, I got in on the Think 6.5 despite telling everyone, don't buy it, it's too simple. And the reason why I did that is because I watched Apiary's stream and I watched Alex Soda's stream. And after watching both of them, I'm like, I need to buy it. This Polymath says, what's your opinion on F13? Cool or annoying? F13, is that a board? Is that a... Are you talking about the key? Not too sure there. really hyped because they're your first two. Nice. Congratulations. Hope you like the boards. The Key F13. I don't really use it, to be honest. I know it's on the TGR Jane V2 CE or something. I think people use it to put novelties on. Other than that, I personally don't have a use for it. I can only go all the way up to F12. Access tag executed the build command. All caps build or all lowercase build works the same way, but do give Nightbot a few seconds. I think it takes about 3 seconds. And once you've executed the command, I think it times you out for like 5 seconds or something. See a couple followers here. Trade Splatter, Feeble Minded, and Milk Drinker. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all your support. You guys are new to this channel. Basically, I build keyboards and I teach people how to program them. That's pretty much every Tuesdays and Saturdays. On Sundays, however, I do a group buy news stream in which I cover all group buys that are starting and ending for the following week. Raging Asian, oh my gosh, I have not seen you for the longest time. Dude, how are you doing? How is COVID lockdown treating you? Subscribed for 19 months, currently on a 19-month streak. Holy crap, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel like I haven't seen you on the Discords either. COVID hasn't affected me at all since I live the hermit life. Yeah, I guess for people who do live that life, it doesn't really affect them too much. As for me, my company was starting to experiment with work from home like more than once a week. So when COVID hit, it was like, hey, perfect test case. So I've been fortunate that I can work from home all this time. It does get really boring though. You've kind of fallen out of the keyboard hobby and gravitated more towards sim racing. Ah. Yeah, it's I know, I feel like once you have boards as nice as yours even, you tend to be like, okay, it's gonna take a lot for something nicer to like come out. It's gonna take a lot for me to buy a board that's gonna be like the same price and everything. Hello Niv says, hope you guys enjoy your 3-day weekend. We will, absolutely. Singapore, nice seeing you. I am building another KBD67 for a customer. I think this is like my 10th one. I might be exaggerating, but it definitely feels like that. Honestly, it was the oversaturation of key sets pushing queue times at one of the driving factors. Oof. You know, it is good to have more than one hobby, especially in this keyboard world, just because things take way too long. out of curiosity for everyone watching the stream right now, other than keyboards, what other hobbies do you guys have? I'll start first. I am big on guitars and also on cameras. In fact, I just got a new camera this morning. Not with me yet because I won it on eBay. And I'll show you guys once it comes in. Anxious for Waffle says, I garden in my free time, so this isn't terrible. You cook and do DIY stuff. Cool. Isashu says, PC hardware and gaming and a bit of car stuff. So far it seems like everyone has equally expensive hobbies. Satacid is into tea. Have tea on your table. Awesome. I am big. I am big on teas as well. Big Chimpo says, what else do you spend egregious amounts of money on? I guess for a while I was really into the stock market. I just stared at it at least once a week. Now I just set and forget. I'm just like, you know, I think I have my money in the important things. Just let the stock market do its thing. Big Chimpos of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my god, I have not played like an actual Dungeons and Dragons campaign since I was in high school. This is so long ago. I played a half-dragon sorcerer back then. SFF PC case has been the most recent purchase. Oof, how much did that set you back? High Aquatic is still waiting for kiwis. Oof. Yeah, I thought about getting kiwis, but my experience with tangerines hasn't been all that great. So I figured I will just sit back. Sit back and relax. Anxious for Waffle says, do you like PC cases? I'm assuming you mean PC as in polycarb. So I'm gonna say yes, I do. I like how they sound, but I don't like how they look. With that being said, I do expect to get my very first polycarb case when the polycarb version of the KBD67 comes out. That's the one that I want. Am I planning on getting the new 3000 series NVIDIA cards? Okay, so here's the thing. As some of you know, I run a macOS setup here, and it's not just any macOS setup, it's a Hackintosh setup. And because of that, I've been forced to use older versions of macOS to work with my hardware. I'm currently running a GTX 1080. So, you know, High Sierra was the last macOS version to officially support NVIDIA cards. So if I were to upgrade my entire setup, either my OS or my video card, it would take a long while. It would take a long while. So I'm just waiting for things to be a little bit more out of date before I move forward. Anxious says, I got my kiwis, don't really like them. Care to share with me why you don't really like them? Yeah, I know. NVIDIA on a Hackintosh, pretty old. Yeah. I do work in a Mac environment when I'm at work. So all my other machines are actually like Catalina or like Big Sur Beta. Hopefully Big Navi will be supported for your Hackintosh. I don't know, man. I've had a very hit or miss experience with the Hackintosh. Maybe it's time to buy like a real one. Who knows? Or maybe I'll like resurrect my Windows PC. Alright, I think that's sufficient lube. Time to switch back to Windows. I have not touched Windows since probably... When's the last time I touched Windows? I think this was... Oh gosh, when I last played The Witcher, which was probably in... Or Witcher 3 even. I think this was 2018. That's the last time that I touched Windows. Excellent time to buy for cheap if I want to wait. Interesting. Just wondering, what state am I situated in? I am in the great state of Washington, here in the Pacific Northwest. We ordered some bobas to check out. Speaking of boba, I have not had my boba fix this week, so I will probably grab some at the end of the stream. You guys are here in the United States. You may know that Washington is most popular these days for being the first state with Chaz in it. Was the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. I feel like for like an entire month, every time you looked at the news and saw Seattle or Washington, it was because of that zone. Some holy polar pandas, nice. I am not too big on like tactile switches these days. In fact, I've got the original holy pandas and I've not put them on any board yet. Chaz was crazy. Yeah, Chaz was crazy. It started out okay, like for a good week or so, and then people just started increasingly getting more violent. I like had a coworker whose apartment overlooked Chaz, so he would give us like daily updates during our stand-ups. Be like, hey, so someone's playing the harmonica today. Lucido says, any thoughts on the Kiwis? I got some in, but not sure how I feel compared to mint HPs. I have no experience with the Kiwis. However, I do know that they are, what do you call that? They are made out of UHMWPE. And if it's going to be anything like... Oh, did I do that correctly? I don't think I did that correctly. If they're going to be anything like tangerines, I'm not gonna like the sound. Like, they're probably gonna be super smooth, but sound-wise, bleh. Not for me. Not for me at all. You want to lube and film your Kiwis before you give a final judgment? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can't really give a final judgment until the switches are on a keyboard. Okay, I'm beginning to think that these are not Durocs. I think these are Zeals, because they are tight-fitting. Lubed and film T1s are a lot better. test them on your NK65. Oh, speaking of NK65, is anyone going for the milkshake variant? If you guys don't know, I forget when, but sometime soon there will be a milkshake variant of the NK65. Well, the difference will be it'll be white, milkshake colored, along with milkshake keycaps. And I think it's a really good deal for 190 bucks. Hello, Nib says, got my weekly COVID test check in 30 minutes. Pray for the nose. Oof. Best wishes to you. Hope you come back COVID free. Janky says, built the NK65 I won for your brother the other day. Nice. Does your brother like it? That is the question. Does your brother like it? You just want to take the keycaps and put it on your Alu. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get another NK65 until that PCB gets updated. I really thought that the second round would have ESD protection, but apparently it does not. Uncool Dude says, NK65 Milkshake Edition, I believe, goes for an unlimited pre-order on the 19th. Ah, not a bad deal. 195. Okay, I thought it was 190. Off by 5. Isa says, I got tested last week and it was positive, which is weird since I never really leave my house. What the heck, dude? Take care of yourself. What if COVID is just like, you know, it's the next mutation of the flu? Yeah, on quarantine now, still good. And congratulations, though, you are the first person on my stream who has tested positive for COVID. Not sure if that's much of a congratulations, but you now hold that title. You don't want that award. You're lubing your switches. What if your switches get COVID? NK65 versus KBD67. As of right now, I would probably still pick the NK65. Simply because it's better manufactured, in my opinion. Good thing we can't get COVID in chat. That'd be crazy. It's okay, you guys are protected by my magical barrier. Janky says, I think he'll enjoy the board even more once CRP Peacock. Nice. That's a really nice set. Izashu subscribed at tier 1. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I see a couple followers here too. Guac for Life and High Aquatic. Thanks, guys. Alright, looks like we are good on the stabs. Let's put them on the PCB. Let's see. Let me grab some washers here. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Do we necessarily need washers? Yeah, we do. Some of these look a little fishy. That's fine. I always put washers on anyway. What exactly does better manufacturing? Okay, so here's the thing. If you caught my review of this, it's on YouTube by the way, I complained that the board got to me with scratches, dents, and dings, and I was not the only one. So it's not so much their manufacturing, but it's their QC. There we go. It's their QC, but I guess you could argue that that's also manufacturing. Right. Aren't QC issues very common for KBDFans boards? It is. It's like when you buy from KBDFans, don't expect that you're getting a high-end custom. It's a budget custom. As for typing experience, I think that because this has the switches that I like, I prefer this typing experience more. If you guys watch this stream a lot, you'll know that the NK65 barely comes out. So it would be fair to say, think 6.5 is greater than KBD67, absolutely. Raside, if I add one shelf liner layer under my NK65 silicone to make it a little of a tight fit, is it okay for my PCB? You would have to see how much that PCB flexes. So the answer is, I don't know. You just have to see. Speaking of Think 6.5, I am in on the Think 6.5, so expect to see that build on this stream sometime in the near future. I also have a few customers asking me to build one, so you will see more than one. Then again, the NK65 case just looks like a tofu. Yeah, it's meant to be a budget board. If you have open slots, I have 2 Thinks coming in. I would try to send one in for a build. Yeah, contact me after the stream. I much prefer being contacted on Discord. It's MechMerlin #2999. You can actually execute the Discord command to join my Discord server. Unfortunately, I am backed all the way till October, though there are quite a few people who have scheduled me for Space Voyagers, yeah, and those are experiencing delays, so people are moving stuff around. Ah, screwdriver fell. NK65 is half top mount. It is a hybrid top and tray mount. You need to get the Space CB extras, yeah. Time to send a DM soon. KBD67 is top mount. If you wait for the D65, which will basically use the same PCB as this board, it will be gasket mounted. And I think it's going to be much better than the KBD67. I think if you are content with KBD67 or with KBDFans quality, please consider the D65. So many high-end boards coming in, yeah! Sometimes I feel this hobby is way too oversaturated. I don't really have... It's like hard to... It's hard to get everything, and it's... I keep dropping that. KBD67 Lite, yeah, that's the one that I'm most interested in, to be honest. Like, I looked at it, and it looks like it's a... What do you call that? It's a gasket-mounted polycarb. Which I can't really think of too many... Oh, it's ABS? Ooh, okay, I did not know it was that. But still, with the gasket mount, it should sound good. Maybe. That's why some IC review streams, yeah, dude. My Sunday streams, I try to cap it at an hour and a half. And I only cover streams and I only cover group buys that are actually starting or ending that week. Otherwise there's just too much to cover. Alright, I think we're good. The shell on the D65 doesn't look as clean. Ah, yes. I have seen that a lot. A lot of new folk. Says janky render. That's why you're glad there are more boards coming in. More chances to get them. It's a good way of thinking about that. Alright, we are done with putting this in, so next up is actually soldering. Let me just tighten all of these screws really quick. Alright. Let's grab that plate. There we go, that's the plate. Very pretty, very pretty. Let's test out the stabs really quick, actually. Stab, stab, stab. See, are you gonna get an Alpine or a Hubble? I'm personally probably gonna sit out on the next couple boards. I am waiting for a few already. So it's like I think I'm starting to like learn that as much as I love this hobby, I love building boards more than I love buying boards. And with people sending me all their boards to build, I'm like getting my fix already, you know? So because of that, I think I'm doing fine. All right. Let's see. Alright, let me grab his caps really quick. Speaking of caps, not sure if you guys have seen this yet, but apparently if you buy any of the new GMK sets, they no longer come in tray form. They come in something like this. Much more compact, much easier to ship, but personally I think the way it's organized is garbage. It doesn't really hold the caps in place. In fact, when I got this, it was nowhere near as neat looking as this. Like, all the caps had spilled into the shipping container. See, look, as well as I kept it organized, it still turned out like this. GMK trash boxes. Yeah, here, hold on. Let me show you my solution. So here we go. I recently got this from an order of Drop. These are the JTK plastic shell cases. And yeah, this is probably half of my Merlin set right here. A lot easier. Doesn't really get messed up or like anything. I think it's a much easier solution, a much neater solution than this. Might as well put them in a Ziploc. I agree. Alright, here we go. Let us put these on. I wish GMK went the route of reusable instead of recyclable. Yeah, I agree. Kind of really wish someone would ask them. Actually, I know the Washington-based GMK rep, so I could probably just ping him really quick and ask him why. Alright, I think that's all the caps I need for now. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. We can actually start soldering. Let's see, this time I know better. I know better how to put this together. For a board like this, like the flex cut, actually makes it so that as you push switches in, the PCB tends to flex towards you, so the switch isn't flush with the PCB. And that only happens if you actually populate the rest of the switches first. So this time around, I'm gonna start there. Uncool Dude says, aren't those new GMK boxes edible? Seems I heard something about that. No, I will not eat it on stream, no matter how much you guys tip me. Stormer KBDs has followed. Thank you. Thanks for joining in. Okay. Where did I put those switches? Here we go, here we go. Made of potato starch. So you're telling me I could grab some ketchup right now and like strip it in pieces and eat it? Don't give me any ideas. Ah, okay, I see. Okay, Okay. Alright, looks like I'm gonna need to pre-populate the plate here. So I can already feel the plate pushing downwards. So here, let's just do it this way really quick. Losito subscribed at tier 1. Thank you. Thanks for your generous subscription. And no, subscribing will not make me eat it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to populate the plate first so that I can ensure that the switches are flush with the plate before I put it on the PCB. This way it'll be much easier to solder in. And we are only going to populate the parts that have the flex cut. You know what? I'm actually going to ask this customer of mine if he doesn't like the tray, if I could keep the tray, and maybe we'll do some cooking with it. I recently got like a vlog camera, so I could probably do that in my kitchen without having to set everything up. GMK tray mukbang. Oh my gosh. I could like plate it as well, make it look all fancy and everything, with like a glass of wine. I think that's good. I think that should be fine. Koda Tenchi says, do you think it would be worth getting a different plate for this, like Palm, seeing that the plate files are out? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, some people have done just that. If you talk with Jinra's the same guy who makes thick films, and he's also a moderator on KBDFans. He has PLA plates, which he calls PL8s or something like that. You could try and ask him for those. He will print them out for you. He is located in the United States, somewhere in California. So just keep that in mind when it comes to shipping. PL8s, yeah. It's basically PLA plates that he calls PL8s. Plates. If you guys get it, you get it. Dinner plates. Alright, there we go. We will start soldering this. Let's turn on my soldering iron. And let's actually grab some solder. Where did I put my solder? Solder, where are you? Ponico can cut cheap as well if you wanted something custom. There we go. Let's grab another one. Another roll of solder. When Bang has followed, thank you. Thank you for your follow. Let's try this. Actually, let me turn on my fume extractor here. It's gonna sound like a small vacuum. There we go. Natural sauces, thanks for following. See, Uncool Dude executed the Novelkeys command. Yeah! Novelkeys is probably one of my favorite sellers here in the United States. In fact, speaking of Novelkeys, I should be getting my GMK Olivia round 2 soon. I saw a shipping notice early on Tuesday. So, you know what? It should be here today. Should be here today. Let me look at my email really quick. One man says, not sure if you remember, but wanted to thank you again for helping troubleshoot a capacitor issue. Oh yes, that capacitor issue. So yeah, just to provide context for everyone here, when it comes to in-switch RGB lighting, it requires certain capacitors, certain values of capacitors. And he had a capacitor that broke. So basically what was happening was every time he turned on all of his RGB, his board would cease to function. So we were able to isolate it to that because I told him, why don't you try turning off your RGB and see how long your board lasts? And I think he went like 3 days. 3 days where there were no problems. And then he turned on the RGB. So the moral of the story is, RGB will give you problems. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. RGB is fine. In fact, the legends say that it'll increase your headshot ratio. Looks like that's good, and I noticed that I actually pushed a switch too far in. RGB equals righteous gun boost. Oh really, is that what it stands for? Alright, I'm gonna need to pull out this switch the hard way. I can confirm, RGB adds 50 headshots for you. Oh my gosh. See, it's true. The legends are true. What? There we go. Whew. Go. GMK Calcium would add another 20. GMK Calcium, isn't that the one that's like, was it blank caps or something? If I'm not mistaken. Alright, we have the switches surrounding the flex cutout all in. I think we're good. We are good to put the rest of the switches in. Milky clear caps. Alright. Here we go. Let's go put all the switches in. Previously called GMKGB. Oh yes, I remember that. GMKGB, which confused people, understandably. Whole set is just one giant meme. How about that B set, GMKB? That was a giant meme too. No, it sucks though, because it's like people are using these memes to take up precious manufacturing time for other real sets. When I turned the fan off, the colors on the overhead camera wonked for a second. Oh, really? Huh. Because I knocked one of the cables here. Did GMKB actually get made? I think so. Pretty sure it did. GMKB, all these meme sets. I'm gonna say if you're gonna make a meme set, don't do it through GMK, do it through like JTK or something. Luke Mizio says, hi, what's up? What's up to you too? Hope you're doing great. You're making artisans as usual. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna say I am having a much easier time building this the second time around. The first KBD67 soldered that I built, I had a lot of difficulty. So I screwed up that flex cut thing, so it took much longer than anticipated. But now I know what to do. Yeah, the keyboard I'm using right now, that guy, that's the hot swap. What do you mean by mess up the flex cut? Okay, see, so the soldered PCB has a flex cut right here, and I noticed that if you actually soldered from the top of your board and just went this way, putting in all of the switches, what happens is that this flex cut tends to bend towards you if you're looking at the PCB like this. So when you're starting to put switches in, it gets harder and harder to make sure that the switch is flush not only with the plate, but also with the PCB. And that's what I struggled with on the last build. This time I put it all around the flex cut first, so I'm not having any problems here. Uncool says, is the JTK set ABS or PBT? The JTK set is ABS. Anxious says, no, that's what I did in my first build. Yeah, it's you know, it's not something you would know unless you've built with flex cuts. I've noticed though on bigger boards like a TKL, TKLs tend to have many flex cuts, especially if you have like a Wilba PCB or even like the Keycult PCB. It's not that big of a problem, but because this board in particular is smaller, if you solder in or if you put in switches on the top here, it's just going to cause this side to be really, really tight and only cause the flex side to pop off, which makes it harder to put switches in. Thanks for explaining. So when I build it, do you recommend doing the corners and stuff first and then soldering? If you saw what I did here, I actually populated the switches around the flex cut first. But typically, generally speaking, on any board, you should always do the corners first, because it will help keep the plate up. Like, I think it becomes a real problem when you when you have a softer plate like a palm plate, because the plate just tends to slide down every time you put a switch in. So that's one way to do it. But the other way to do it is to pre-populate the plate and then lay your PCB over the top of it. That way you can make sure that it's flush with the plate. And personally, it's kind of like a band-aid move. Because think about it this way. It really only matters that your switch is flush with the plate when putting caps on. So as long as you got that covered, it's technically fine if the switch isn't completely flush with the PCB, but I'm just OCD about it, so I much greatly prefer that it's flush with the plate and flush with the PCB. You're hoping the availability of the RN180 will be okay because this sub 30-second stuff is crazy, probably a bit naive. That's gonna be a hard to get board, so good luck on that. L33 says typically go from center out. Yeah, that's another way to do it. Because you get most of the stability from the center of the board anyway. Jigsaw and Dirty Fatigue has followed. Thank you. Thanks, guys. We've almost populated the entire board. Random question, but is anyone familiar with... Yes, I'm sorry, Trade Splatter. I don't let people post links because people have abused that in the past. Send it to me via Twitch chat. 86 raiders from Mechs on Deck have joined. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. 86 raiders. Welcome. Welcome to the most magical stream in the keyboard community. No one else can say that. But thanks guys. Thanks Chewy and Osiris for sending them my way. If you guys don't know who Mechs on Deck is, Mechs on Deck is a two-person collaboration. They talk about keyboards and they build keyboards as well. No Kepler here, sorry man. No Kepler, just a KBD67, which I would argue is the most popular 65% board. All right. Would be a real stress test on the site though. Taco Sauce, thanks for joining in. And Satacid has subscribed, thank you. Thanks for subscribing. Alright, we're almost done. We can start soldering in just a bit here. Oh great, look. The customer sent me exactly the number of switches that was needed to build this board. So hopefully none of these switches are jank. Hopefully none of these switches are jank, otherwise this poor customer will have to be waiting a little longer if I find anything. Alright, let's get soldering. Let's get soldering. Once again, I apologize, but there will be the sound of a small vacuum in the next room as I turn on my fume extractor. Custom vent, not really a custom vent, it's just a fume extractor. Picked it up for 30 bucks way back in the day. At least I think it was 30 bucks. Can't quite remember anymore. Said next room, I'm used to a fan on your desk. Yes, I said it would sound like a vacuum in the next room. But the vent is quite literally on my desk, like right now. See where my finger's going? I'm touching it right now. This Polly says, if I get an iron 180, I guess I'll have to learn how to solder. That, or you can hire someone like me to build the board for you. I always recommend hiring people in your local area first, just because it's much easier to do the transaction there. In fact, quite a few of my builds on this channel have been local customers. One guy even bought me bubble tea when we met up. I was quite psyched. Kimchi says, also save on shipping. Yeah, absolutely. Like shipping of these boards, like I think the cheapest board I've ever, or the cheapest shipping I've ever had to pay, even within the continental USA, was like 21 bucks, you know? And also you need to consider like insurance, right? Like shipping isn't exactly 100% foolproof. Like imagine if you sent me your key cult or something, right? And I built it for you and it worked, did a great job, shipped it to you, and somehow the mail carrier just messed it all up. Either they damaged it or they lost your package. It's like, it's not exactly my fault that USPS, FedEx, or DHL messed up, you know? So it sucks. So you want to always include insurance. Like I think there was one guy who I was like, hey man, this is a very expensive board. Let's put insurance up to like a couple thousand on it. So in the event that it does get lost, you won't be out just a board, but you'll at least have money back to maybe buy another one. Who knows? Yeah, but you also feel local guys could possibly take your board and run. Yeah, that's the thing. You still need to vet local people. It can't just be anyone. Like you can't just go on Craigslist. Someone's like, "Hey, build-in keyboards here in my shack." Isa says, someone posted on MK they lost some high-end board in the mail. Don't remember if it was a KC set. Yeah, that just absolutely sucks. If you guys are doing any kinds of boards in the mail, definitely put insurance on it. Like, I think by default, if you do USPS, by default, boards have like $100 insurance. Or no, I mean, not boards, but packages in general have $100 of insurance, and to bring it up to $500, I think it's just an additional $4 or $5. Janky says, ship the U80 with Canada Post and use max insurance. Yeah, it's like, okay, this is the thing. These boards are so, like, limited and so unique that if you were to lose one, it's not like you can replace it right off the bat. So if you can, save yourself the grief and add insurance to any board that you ship. Dubber says, hey Merlin, how are you doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. In fact, I haven't drank my tea in a while, so after I finish this row, I'll take a sip. Hydration check. This song is jammer. I just use Epidemic Sound, man. It's nothing special. Cats walking. Let me check. Is it really cats walking? It is. Yes, you are correct. It is cats walking. Good catch. How would you add insurance on a board if you buy it from a vendor? Okay, I think if you buy it from a vendor, they should take care of that. Because if it gets lost in the mail, the vendor should take care of it for you. See, this polymath says, if you could design a perfect board, what layout would it be? These days, I have gravitated towards the 65%, so it'll probably be like that. Somewhere in the 65% range. I'm also a big fan of 75s and 60s, so really anything in that range I would be very happy with. Route insurance should be in cart for vendors I've used, yeah. Insurance is just peace of mind. Hi there from Portugal, dude, thank you. Thanks for joining in. I've been drinking lots of wine from Portugal recently. Hello Niv says, back from testing, how did your test go? Are you, hopefully you tested negative? Did I pick up the J01R1? No, I did not. Like I said, I'm kinda not buying as many boards these days. The last board that I bought was the Think 6.5, and I think I should be good. I do have my eyes on the Bella that's coming out and the KBD67 Light. But those are still maybes for me. We'll see. We shall see. Like, I feel like, okay. I feel like ever since I got my iron, I've been pretty happy with my collection. Do I prefer red or white wine? It really depends on what I'm drinking. If I'm like watching something, if I'm watching a show, I tend to like to drink white wine. If I'm hanging out with friends, I like to drink red wine. And I guess it also depends on what I'm eating. Like if I'm eating a steak, I most definitely prefer like a nice Cabernet. The drier the better for some odd reason. You're looking at the D65 and the Light too. For some reason, you've been into plastic keys. Yeah. I think it's because it's unique. It's unique. Like, everywhere you look, you see, oh, aluminum, brass, steel. These are all the top tier boards, blah, 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 blah. But it takes a while to, like, have them sound good. Plastic tends to sound fairly decent. Except for maybe ABS, you know. So I am quite curious how that Light will sound. I actually have my suspicions that the gasket will probably cancel out any of the bad sounds emanating from it. That could also be wishful thinking. Food plays a role in the choice? Yeah, absolutely. Alright, I said I was gonna take a drink on that last row, so let me take a drink now before I forget. One thing I'm noticing with streaming is that I get really tired, not necessarily from like what I'm doing, even though it takes like hours to build one of these, but it's mainly with the talking. Talk so much that if you don't hydrate, your mouth just tends to dry out. Especially if you're coming from a long day at work when you're basically just talking with so many people. Right. Almost done. Alright. Let's just double check that the spacebar is in the correct position before I do any soldering here, because that has bit me in the past so hard. There we go. That is in the correct position. Awesome. HCC Dragon says, did you get a Chimera? No, I did not. Did not get a Chimera. Alright, I have pretty much every switch half soldered. So now I can go through and solder all the other switches. Isa says, I'm still at Lubing. I only finished 10 switches in the last 45 minutes. It's going to take forever. Dude, if this is your first time Lubing, it will take forever. I recommend watching something while you're doing it, and I guess you're watching me. Let's see, you should aim to finish 10 switches in maybe, like, if you're taking them all apart and lubing them and filming them, taking out the spring and lubing it, if you're doing all that, 10 switches should take you 20 minutes. So about half the time that you're currently spending. But that should be what you're aiming for. Oh, first time took you 10 hours. Yeah, I actually hate lubing. Sometimes I wonder why I even offer it as a service. Maybe I should just partner with someone locally and outsource it. That actually sounds like a good idea. Should look for someone locally here in Washington. Be like, hey man. Can you lube well? Okay, show me. Show me examples of your best lube. And based on that, I will decide if I want to partner with them. "10 switches, 30 to 35 minutes. Bag lubing springs is the way." Yeah, I started lubing springs this way. See, like, I've got one spring in there right now, but these are condiment containers. Condiment containers, you can pick them up at your local grocery store, commonly used for mustard and ketchup. You can pick up like a pack of 20 of them for like $3. You understand why people charge so much for lubing? Yeah, it's a very tedious job. It's a very tedious and honestly not very rewarding job. It's, in my opinion, it's more of a labor of love. Like, you do it for your own stuff. So, like, for those of you guys interested, my rates for lubing are 70 cents a switch if you want me to use my own lube. If you send me your own lube, the price drops down to 60 cents a switch. HP says, got to go. See you next time. Thanks for joining in. I think everyone should lube their own switches. It's a hobby. Do some hobbying. Or just go to a Filipino restaurant and ask for extra spicy vinegar. Oh yeah, that absolutely works too. Unfortunately, okay, even though I'm Filipino, I don't know too many Filipino stores here. There's not very... Like, I know of a grocery store, but if you were to ask me to point you to a restaurant here, I'd be like... Hold up, let me Google this. Because I wouldn't know. It's funny because my wife actually likes Filipino food. So it's been like, alright, I guess I can cook it for you. Filipino food is low tier Asian food. Okay, so This reminds me of a conversation I once had. You guys have never been to the Philippines. The Philippines is a very tropical country. Most of our money actually comes in through tourism, you know. But if you look at Filipino history as a whole, we're not a country known for their temples or for their architecture. It's mainly just agriculture. So when you start like a Filipino restaurant, like how would you decorate it? How would you make it look good? It's like personally, banana leaves, straw huts do not speak elegant to me, you know? Like, okay, for example, if you go to like a Thai restaurant, then you see all of their like ornate architecture and like all that. It makes the restaurant look more high end. For a Filipino restaurant, not so much. Discriminate says Filipinos are known for karaoke. Absolutely. Supposedly every Filipino home has a magic mic. Except not this home. This home does not have a magic mic. Am I not magical enough? Merlin mic. The Merlin mic. We have many mics, just not necessarily a magic mic. But it can be argued that any mic that I use, including this one, is a magic mic. If anyone says you're not magical enough, show them the giant staff. Yes. Absolutely, the giant. It's not really a giant staff, it's a normal size staff. Oh my gosh, you guys. Just trying to get me demonetized here. Alright, almost done. And we are done with the soldering. Let's just double check all of my stuff here. Make sure everything looks good. Make sure all my solder joints are pretty. They gotta be pretty. Oh, so pretty and gay. Oh, so pretty. Forget the rest of the lyrics. Oh, Raz, since you're in the Philippines, you may know the answer to this. What is the... Let's see, what is the government's response to anyone visiting the Philippines? Are they quarantined for a few weeks? Or what's the deal there? Because I have some plans to return home. I heard they have to be in Manila for 14 days. They want to go anywhere. Ah, okay. Interesting. It's actually not too bad. There's a lot to do in Manila, but are they confined to a building, or are they just confined to Manila? Because being confined in Manila is not a bad deal. My friend's got like a pizza store there, which I've been wanting to try out for the longest time. Alright, all the solder joints look good. Should be good here. Let's see, KR1020 says my buddy went home for a few weeks and he said he was quarantined for 7 to 10 days. Interesting. Review for the tube says, how are you doing? I am doing great. I just finished soldering this board and now we are going to test that it works. Here we go. Let's bring up the VIA again. VIA, where are you? There we go. That's from our old test. Reset. 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 There we go. Reset. So far, so good. Ooh, what was that? Uh-oh. That guy's not registering. Uh-oh. What's wrong with him? Didn't I say earlier during the stream that if any of these switches are bonk or junk, customer's gonna have to wait a while? This is why when you guys send stuff to be built, or if you want to build it yourself, make sure you buy extras. Alright, let's try that again. Control key. Here, maybe it's just not programmed. Let's just look. It is definitely programmed. Oh wait, it's not even detecting it in VIA. Here, let's try again. Let me plug that in. VIA is not detecting this board, even though I flashed it with VIA. Something's going on. Lollabop! Thank you! Thank you so much, man. Shipping Bundaberg was cancer. Hopefully this makes for... Thank you. Thank you for your bit donation. Let's see. I see I take your eggs. Cali Biscuits. Lollabop. Thanks, guys. Clerksy. You guys have all followed. Use the matrix tester. Ooh, I could do that. But hold on. Let me just... Dude, I tested this earlier and it worked. So it's gotta be the switch itself. You know what? Reflow. Reflow the solder, just to be absolutely sure. Reflow the solder once again, and try again. Like, there's nothing there that looks wrong. I can actually see the leaves moving, so it's... doesn't necessarily have to be the switch. Here, let's just reflow it and see what happens. Okay, it's been reflowed. Let's try again. Let's try again. Like, I have strong inclinations that it is the switch. And what you know, it is most definitely that darn switch. Here, just to be absolutely sure, let's configure it as an A key. Oh shoot, that's not the wrong, that's the wrong board. Here, that's my hot swap that's on the screen right now. We want this one. Oh, look, that's why it's not working. It is a function key. which is strange. Let's make it left control. There we go. Whew. Whew. Oh, it's working. It's working. There we go. We're good. We're good. Whole board works. All the switches work. Excellent. Cool. All right, let's put this. Let's put it in the case now. Let's see. I take your egg says, hey, I was wondering if anyone knows what type of stabilizers work in the DZ60. The DZ60 accepts PCB and, well, PCB and screw-ins. Well, I suppose if you had a plate mount plate, you could support plate mount as well. Here, let's drink a little bit more here. Xbash says, should I buy a Keychron or is there another good keyboard for the price? I think a Keychron is good for a typical OEM. Yeah, spiked synapse, that's a good call. I'll do that next time. Alright, here we go. Let's grab the case. Let's grab the case. Grab the case. Pretty, pretty, pretty. There we go. Yeah, there is no padding in here. I'm gonna have to cut. I'm gonna have to cut it myself. Cut some padding on my own. Lollabop says, don't be fooled. Well, that's the good thing. If they can make it look high value, that's probably pretty decent. Let's see. I see that not all the screws are in. One screw. And I feel like I need to shine a light in there. Here. Here we go. There's the screw top right. Middle is empty. Middle is empty. Top left is also empty. Okay, no wonder the board was rattling around so much. It's actually kind of jank. Go screw-ins if you can. I would agree with that sentiment. Lucito lost one of his screws. I would recommend having like a magnetic screwdriver kit. It would really help out in that sense. Okay, I think we got it out. Woo. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now we get to screw in the plate to this guy. Like so. And because KBDFans sent us so many screws without an instruction manual, I need to actually look at the KBDFans Discord and go to their frequently asked questions and look at their screw list right here. Here we go, screw list. Lock, top case, and brass plate is the M24 round head Phillips. I see him now. Let's see. Gotta look at these. So it's not the flat-headed ones, it's actually the round ones. There we go. This looks like it. Does it? Does it look like it? Kind of. Kind of. Here, what other options? Okay, I think I know which one it is. Let's try and grab as many of them as I can. This is hell annoying. This is pretty darn annoying. I want these long ones right here. Two of them so far. He-Man says, anyone with any idea what 85 drop HPV1 Lubed with Sol 4D soldered? Lalabop says $5. Oof, you drive a hard bargain. I would say for 85, personally, I wouldn't spend more than 60 on it, to be honest. But keep in mind, I'm also not a tactile user. So for me to use Holy Pandas would be like, I would be super curious. That's the only reason why I would use Holy Pandas. DM me and I'll raise it to 6 pesos. Oof. Mexican pesos or Philippine pesos? Philippine pesos are lower. There, okay, I think I've got enough. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. You know what's worrying me though, guys? Out of this entire bag right here, I'm not seeing any screws that look like the rest of the screws that came with the case. So it looks like I'm gonna have to use a combination of silver and black screws. I don't think I have enough silver screws, and I most definitely do not have enough black screws. So this is going to be a hodgepodge of screws. Thanks, KBDFans. Spray paint the screws really quick. Oh my gosh. There you go. This is the last plate screw. Alright, just make sure everything's nice and snug. Nice and snug. Okay, looks like it's good. Looks like it's good. Now it's time for the Dairy Queen test. Ooh. Perfect. Everything works. Everyone has such a love-hate with KBD fans. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, time to cut foam for the actual case, since this guy did not come with any case foam. Alright, here goes. Cut some case foam. Okay, let me astound you all with my amazing arts and crafts skills. Alright, think I cut this right? That's a bit too small. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I got something better. Here we go, here we go. There we go. That's still a bit too short, but here, we can fill out the rest. Can fill out the rest here. There we go. Let's do that. Warp like these new GMK space bars. Oof. There. I think I need to cut that lower part a little bit. I didn't pay for this jank DIY. The customer didn't even pay for a foam job. Let's go put it that way. This is all complimentary. There we go. There we go. That should give me enough clearance for the USB port. That should be good. Okay. I don't want to put too much foam because this will already make it feel tight. There we go. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Now to figure out what screws go in here. Let's put the original ones in first. Here on the bottom. At the very least, we'll do these ones. And the rest will have to be silver. Dang. There are no other black ones. So annoying. we go. Silver. Is there no KBDFans lettering? It's just the exposure, just because I have a lot of light shining on it. If I angle it better, you'll see it. Where am I located state-wise? I am in Washington State. They're still using Comic Sans fonts? Oh, of course. Of course they are. Let's see. Anonym Juice, JS Retro, Cilia35, Mike Bars, and I Take Your Eggs has followed. Thanks, guys. Thank you for all your follows. It's people like you who keep me going on this channel. Appreciate all of the support you guys have. Okay, looks like I still need 2 more. There we go, the last 2. Man, why could they have not given us silver ones? I mean, black ones. Why did they have to do silver? Why? Alright. We got all the screws in. See how this guy looks. Yay! It's not too late to microwave the screws. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Let's put the feet on. How much does the KBD67 run? That is a good question, which we can look at right now. Apparently it's $235. Plus shipping. All that good stuff. Uncoat says they're probably stainless screws, so they won't rush. Uncoated screws could rust and ruin your finish in the pockets. Ah, that is a good point. It's a very good point. It's funny that KBD fans would think about that. What type of mount is the board? This is a top mount board. If you want gasket mount, wait for the follow-up to this, which is the D65. It will use this exact same PCB, which actually sucks for QMK, because look at this, guys. Look at this. Here, let me show you guys really quick why it's gonna suck. These PCBs are named by the board that they go in. So look, I can just imagine someone buying a D65 and being like, what firmware do I need for this? And people on the KBD67 or on the KBD fans Discord are going to be like, use the KBD67 firmware file, blah 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 blah. Dead Fishy says, hey Merlin, hello to you too. The D65 uses gasket. Yes, it does. The case can be polycarb, I think. Here we go. All the feet are in. Yay. Excellent. Excellent. compare that to mine. Yeah, they're about the same weight. Dead Fishy subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Alright guys, we're gonna put some keycaps on this. The customer sent me GMK white on black. It did come in these new cases, which aren't very good. Check that out. Designed for MX mount, compatible with 60, 65 HHKB. It's a cool thing that they list these out now. But it's funny, if you were to turn this around on its own, you'd probably have the keycaps go flying. Anyway, let's see. While we're at this, before we put on keycaps, I do want to take a moment to talk about some of my lovely sponsors here. So here we go. Sponsor segment. Drum roll. Boom. First sponsor that I'd like to talk about is gonna go in chat right now. This is ZealPC. ZealPC was actually my very first sponsor for this channel. He's located in Richmond, Canada. He is most well known for creating Tealios and Tealios. In fact, today's build is Tealios right here. I do have to say that he is probably one of the most expensive Switch manufacturers. So if you can, please try to buy it on group buy, either through his website itself or through Drop. In fact, I found that Drop typically sells his Switches at least 10 cents cheaper. So keep an eye out for that. There we go. Next sponsor I would like to talk about is Novelkeys. Here we go. Novelkeys is currently doing a group buy for GMK Monokai material and GMK Sloth. Here, let's go check it out really quick. Group buys live. GMK Sloth. I think this is one of the few times that Novelkeys has two GMK sets going on at the same time. Check it out. I'm a big fan of subdued colors, so this is a set that really speaks to me. I like it. But like the name implies, this set will take a long time to get to you. As typical with the GMK manufacturing, the set will probably get to you, I would say maybe October of next year. Check it out. Looks pretty good in my opinion. His other set that is going on is GMK Monokai. Kind of looks like Oblivion to me, to be honest. Especially since it's got these guys right here. The git modifiers. You've got git, tag, commit, stash, push, clone, log. Absolutely probably gonna... might have to jump in on this. Jump in on this. We'll see. Alright, once again, that's Novelkeys right there for you guys. Next sponsor is Dixie Mac. Here we go. Dixie Mac is also located here in the United States. He's currently running... Actually, I was unaware that Minimal was still going. I thought it ended. Here we go. Coming soon. 8008 inks. Oh, I definitely want to hit that up. But here we go. I could have sworn this was already done. I guess not. I guess it's not done yet. Weird. It ended. Stefkey says it ended. That's odd because it seems like you could still add it. Oh, there we go. What a bait and switch. You're like, oh, it's still on, boom. Oh no, I can't click it anymore. But yeah, definitely check out Dixie Mac. He should be releasing his next set soon. Alright, next sponsor I'd like to talk about is Keebio. Keebio is a fellow QMK collaborator. If you're not familiar with Keebio, he makes all these little kits, like the Sync, the Q-Frequency, and the Iris. I believe his Iris is probably his most famous one. He's also a good retailer for the Elite C. Apparently they've got the V4 right now for $17.99. Check it all out. It's basically a USB-C Pro Micro with a reset button and a much better bootloader. So check that out. As you guys can see, I have a discount code for wizardhat that will give you 15% off, or up to 15% off select items. So definitely check it out. One product that I really like is the BDN9. This is a 3x3 macro pad, which also allows 2 rotary switches, as you guys can see right there. Very cool, very cool. Spiked Synapse says, I got the sync from my wife, one of the few staggered splits I can find. Hope she likes it. I do want to draw your attention to peel away sockets as well. Peel away sockets are great if you have Pro Micros, Proton Cs, or Elite Cs. Makes it so much easier, so much easier to remove them whenever they break. And yes, they do break, unfortunately. Let's see, next sponsor I'd like to talk about is Canon Keys. There we go, I'll put that in chat really quick. Canon Keys is currently doing Cat Mizu. If you guys are a big fan of Mizu, like I am, and missed out on the GMK Cherry Profile ones, did not really like SA, then this is your next chance to get Mizu. This time in Cat. Gives you several other opportunities here. You got Moonlight mods, you got Blood Moon mods, all that good stuff right there. His other group buy that's running is GMK Yuru. Personally, I prefer, like, if I had to buy one thing from his site right now, I would probably pick GMK Yuru since I already have GMK Mizu. So yeah, this is a very nice looking set. I believe when I talked about this on my Sunday stream, the designer was on there too, so he was very happy that I talked about it. Pretty cool, pretty cool. As usual, all GMK sets will be delivered probably this time next year. Cool. Next sponsor is, let's see, who should I talk about next? I'll talk about Project Keyboard. Project Keyboard is also located in the United States. Let's see, what's going on with him these days? I feel like this set already ended as well. Yep, set also ended as well. We won't know until, I think we have 2 more weeks before his next set goes out. But definitely check him out for his other projects, including, I supposedly have been hearing that he'll be restocking mobs pretty soon. So here, let's go look at this really quick. Switches. If you guys have watched my stream before, you know I'm a big fan of alpacas. The issue with alpacas for me is that they're a tad too light at 62G. I've been modding mines with 69G just to get them a little heavier. Mobs, I believe, are 67G. Oh no, sorry, they are 65G. So this is a little more up my alley. So definitely check them out if you're interested. I believe the mobs will come out. Actually, I don't know. I just heard that it was soon. So soon can really be any time from the next minute, I guess, to the next month. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Who do I want to talk about next? Here we go. This guy is a homie. This guy's here in Seattle, Washington, in Kirkland, Washington to be specific. This is keyboardlube.com. Oh, wrong link. There we go, keyboardlube.com. If you use discount code Merlin, you can get up to 5% off your entire order. As you can see, he has GPL 205g0 in stock. You have the options between, 3mm is actually sold out, but you've got 5, 10, 20, 40. I guess only 5 is currently in stock, but definitely check him out. If you want more than just lube, definitely check out his screw and stabs. He's got 2U and 7U still in stock. Definitely check that out. And also Milmax sockets, 0305 and 7305. Looks like they're also out of stock. This guy's getting pretty popular. Awesome. Very cool, very cool. Lala says, yes, I love him. Great, that's awesome. Yeah, I think he might be one of the few... I think he is one of 2 keyboard stores here in Washington. All right. It's time to put keycaps on and do a typing test. Let's see, here we go. No, I like always say this, but I feel like whenever I work on a customer board, I always end up liking it better than the board that I build. Theory says, is Dolch R5 still alive? No, it is not, unfortunately. What is the other one? The other one is... Man, I need a 1.25U control. Oh, there we go. Put that one there. Still missing the Q key. Q key, did it fall out in the shipping container? Probably. Not seeing a Q key anywhere here. Shoots. It's not good. It sucks that this wasn't even saran wrapped. It could very well have fallen out. Q, where are you? Yeah, I don't think there's a Q key. Shoots. I'll probably have to dig through the shipping box some more. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Q is generally in the basement. There is no Q key. Hooray. Okay, I will at least populate this right-hand side. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later. For a missing Q, I know. So sad. Let's do page up, page down. Just take the cue from the top board, yeah, sure. Okay, those profiles correct. Okay, page up is not correct. Nope, that's not correct either. That's the wrong. It's like this is what I hate about that row. It's always hard to figure it out. Let's do that. Page up. Page down. There you go. That looks better. I need a home key now. Where is the home key? Don't tell me there's no home key here either. What in the world? Oh, there we go. I found it. I found the home key. And let me fix up the end. Fix up the end. Shoots, that's not the right one either. Stupid keycap thing keeps rolling. Here, let's make it just an FN key. There we go. There you go. Let's keep it like that. Okay, let's see. Here we go. What can we do to replace the Q key? Let's try... Here, let's try this. Let's just put this one here. From afar, it looks alike, right? Lala says, but now there are 2 FN keys. Have you not seen boards that had 2 FN keys? For multiple functions? Alright, let's do a typing test. Here, let's see. Okay, in terms of sound, I think I like my board's sound better. In terms of smoothness, definitely did a better job lubing this than this. Alright, let's do it, let's do it. Let's do this. Let's go turn off the music for now. Let's do... Here. Let's adjust the size. There we go. That looks good. Let's go clear off the desk a little bit. Here we go. And then... Oh, what just happened? What are people complaining about? Sorry, I was trying to set this up. Yeah, this definitely feels a lot smoother. All right, here we go. Let's turn off the music. Oh, music's already off. Let's do the typing test. Here we go. Oh, shoot, what the heck? You have to get the last word right. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Holy crap. Uh-oh, let's see. Who's making trouble? Keebio and Big Long, definitely. Quit it. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. We're just setting things up really quick here. Looks like several of my mods have logged off already. Okay. Boom. Here we go. Let's try that again. No! Whew! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 128 words per minute, accuracy 82%. Let's see, I guess I haven't typed on 67s in a long while. Let's try that again. Let's see if I can hit over 130 this time. And of course I screwed up right away. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Merlin attracts the bad boys. No. Everyone wants the magic. If you put the stream in 160p, the O can look like a Q. Thankfully, I have not gotten a Q in any of my typing tests yet. Let's see. Let's see if I can find one here. Any Qs? Nope, not seeing any. Okay, never mind. Here we go. Ah! There we go. 150. There we go. See, Raz says you didn't even have to mount the 0. I know, right? Uncool dude says, I think they were looking for the staff. Clark says, what typing test is this? This is typings.gg. Here, I'll put that in chat really quick. Typings.gg. How come you don't switch over to monkey type? I don't like monkey type as much just because you can't change the colors like this. And I'm not sure if you can contribute to a monkey type. Can you? Like for like typings.gg, you can actually click on, here we go, user guide. Brings you over to a GitHub page like so. Raz says, how come every coder has such unreal WPM? I don't think it's in relation to being a coder. I think it's just someone like me who's into keyboards. A wizard's company went bankrupt. See, is monkey type actually open source? Let's see. Let's go look. Is monkey type? Oh, it is. Awesome. Okay. GPL 3.0 as well. Very nice. What's typings? What's okay? So they're both GPL 3.0. That's good. That's good. How many times have I went to Disneyland? Never actually. I've never been to Disneyland or World. Though it's funny because when my parents dropped me off for college, guess where they went? Left me all alone for like stupid college orientation and they went to Disneyland. Here, one more typing test and we will conclude this stream. 141, 92% accuracy. There we go. Yeah, I think these days, I do most of my coding on like a MacBook Pro just because I'm like work from home and I like to sit on my couch. And type. So I've been typing on a MacBook Pro for the longest time. And I've noticed ever since I started typing on it, my accuracy has gone down by at least, I'd say 10%. It's that bad. All right, folks. Once again, today we built a KBD67 Mark II soldered edition. If you guys are curious as to see which one's better, the KBD67 soldered or the hot swap, based on me building several of these at this point, I'm going to say that the soldered not only types, but also feels better than the equivalent hot swap. So if you guys know how to solder, definitely pick this guy up over the hot swap. It'll be a much better typing experience. Of course, a large part of that is also dependent on the switch that you put in. So as long as you put in the switch that you like, you're gonna like the soldered more than the hot swap. I think that's primarily because for the hot swap, it requires additional standoffs to connect the PCB and the plate. This is all done for additional support. If you miss out on that, you can break your hot swap. So I think just that additional added support makes the feel not as good. There we go. Maybe sometime in the future I'll just get a soldered board. Who knows? Who knows? All right, guys. Thanks for joining in today. Thanks for joining in today. My next stream should be tomorrow evening. We'll be doing another group buy news segment in which I talk about all the group buys, or as many as I can find, that are starting and ending for the following week. And of course, we talk about not just keyboards, but also key sets and anything miscellaneous that comes my way. So if you're interested in that kind of information, join in tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. PST. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this stream. I think the next board that I build might be another Iron 165. So, all right, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. If you're in the United States, happy Labor Day weekend. And I will see you when I see you. Goodbye, guys.